Who is here ready to see us finish this game? Because I swear to God, we're doing it. We are doing it right now. It is time. I have got everything. Yeah, okay. I don't know, a bit scatterbrained. I nearly fell asleep like half an hour ago, and apparently I'm recovering. But yeah, we were almost there last time. We were very, very close to being finished. Why is there a low frame rate sometimes when I spin around? We were on like the rooftop of the final area, and then it turned out we had to do some other stuff, so I stopped. And then I did the inconsequential stuff off stream. But basically at this point, the bulletin board looks like this. This makes me laugh every time I see it. It's so bad. This is the worst way of conveying information. I can't use the mouse. I have to just like slide my directional buttons to highlight them all. There is like a cursor there, but it's sticky. It's awful. It's really awful. Hello, Rover! Rover with the tiny little Rover extension, the Rover in a ball. What do I do? So I was like, what the hell are these purple ones? The purple ones are apparently like an extra mission thing. I'm not going to do them right now, but I didn't even know I had that. I don't know where that came from. How do I, what is the, I don't think I even pick up something, do I? I am a rank 19 sleuth now. I've solved 70 cases. I had to move my guys around a little bit. Don't worry about everyone else. Oh, hello there, Soul Waspman. Can I interest you in a slightly sunburned Paris? Would you like me to send that over? Hang on, I'll have to open home up. Hello, little cheering calculator. Alright, let me get that opened. I'm glad you're here because, I mean, I might need some directives about how to get to the end of this thing. I don't think I have to pick up a case, right? I think I just have to go back. I don't think I need to do anything else. I can just go to the end of the game, I think. Right? Yeah, see this journey through, whatever. Here we are. We're back up here. I have actually... Hang on. That's what I was going to do. I moved Justimon back into the party for a second. But that's more balanced. Because I was taking on a case that was, like... You know what JRPGs are like. They throw you a bunch of optional challenges at the end. It's still adhering to that at least. Oh, he said hell. That's pretty ominous. Who do I talk to? I don't remember shit about the ending. When I replay, I usually get bored and quit after Jimmy Ken. I like how Jimmy Ken is some sort of inorganic milestone. Okay, here it is. Let me just get this Paris. That's the right one. Oh, sorry, I didn't even realize what he was saying. I've been hesitant to approach you, but as you can see, I was separated from the boy and returned to my own body. I suppose that was ancillary. They're using words like ancillary. To your plan to save the boy. I stand behind my actions, as does he. Who are they talking about? I'm not even actually sure. We have no intention of reconciling. With the damage I've taken, I can offer no further help.
Thanks for your trust and support, my dear partner. I couldn't have made it this far without your help.
Oh, Soul, thank you! Thank you so much. On the 11th month anniversary, Beanatron gave to me 11 Wigglies wiggling. Look at that! That's great. I can't believe it's 11 months. I swear I'm gonna get to making people subscriber badges. I'm going to. I'm trying to do a little bit of channel stuff every day, and today I was trying to find something I wanted for my soundboard, and I couldn't find what I wanted. So, is that a normal C dot? That's a normal C dot, right? Hang on. I'm just checking. Not that I don't trust you, Soul Waspman, but I don't. Yeah, no, that's normal. There you go. Thank you for the Japanese C dot. Why won't God let me die? I'm supposed to talk to one of these. Is it you? Yes, I think it's him. Yeah, are you ready to enter the digital world? We might as well.
スウェードにはスウェードの目的があり、
同時に私たちもスウェードを利用しています。
新世界の創造。すべての世界から悲しみをなくす。あいつがしてきたことは何もかも。
そんなの本当に実現できちゃうわけ？
Wait, what? Is this a fucking Digimon game?
彼の目的が私たちの目的はよろしい。
I can't get over how there's 4 main cast characters and they only have 2 hair colors between them. Alright, fine. I'll pick a new slot for this one. Oh, it's like before, only it's gone dark and creepy. Chapter 20! That was an awful laugh. An awful laugh. It came up with an achievement. Every time you get to a new chapter, it gives you an achievement. It's really, really, it's kind of lazy. And each one has like a little description of what has happened in that chapter. And this one just popped up in the corner the moment we arrived. And it just says, reached chapter 20. And the description read, fools! Every last of one of you is a total fool. ... And then it continued, but I couldn't read anymore because the pop-up is quite small. So I just got an achievement that called me a fool. We had a blonde, but they fused with a Chevy? What? The conch of foreboding. It really be like that sometimes. Okay, I will say I've been consistently impressed by the landscapes and the backgrounds that this game has had. And this is another banger. This rules. It's foreboding, it's cool looking, it's gently undulating, it's everything I want in a map. What a good job they did. Hello! Ooh! Hang on, I thought I clicked covered the Pokemon with the... Yeah, there we go. There we go. So there was this extremely dangerous phenomenon that infected this world and caused the beings in it to turn against our world where it came from. And as far as I know, we don't really know what that danger really was. We invented the internet and it just kind of happened. He's acting like he murdered people. It wasn't that bad. Or rather, it wasn't that serious. Oh yeah, he got this guy. He went on a really, really small side quest and his spider digivolved and now it's this thing. I'm really glad they gave this horrible, awful villain from the movie to a main character though. That is pretty good. Go, my horrid freak! I wish she hadn't said saw. I wish she just said you're a hardcore nerd and something of a loser.
少し引いちゃった。
Excuse me?
ああ、音じゃねえ。
That might be the funniest line in this entire game. What are you talking about?
ユウコ、お前そんなだっけ?
Why did she say that's kind of a turn-off? It's like they literally forget her main, like, character trait is that she's mourning her comatose brother the whole time.
やれやれ。君たちは一応私。
I love how this thing sounds. Please don't call me names in front of my freak. Okay, since I've been taking on the optional challenges, as anyone who's played the JRPG knows, oh fuck, one of my guys is at 1 HP and now he's dead. I forgot to heal them, but I imagine the rest of this is going to be pretty easy because that's how JRPGs work. If I can do the optional stuff, this should be like easy as fuck. Get up. Sorry, I didn't heal you guys. Sorry. Whatever, get over it. Shit, he has no SP either. I'm doing so bad. This could have been avoided. Hell yes, do it for me. Enjoy my final team, by the way. My own personal favorite. Kind of. I mean, not my favorite Digimon, but the end result of the one that's my favorite. Examon was completely the caused by chat, because chat guided me into the realm of bug, and then it just so happened that that bug ended up in a line that had that move that does a lot of damage, and Examon was the result of that horrible, awful break Dramon thing, the giant crane that chat also guided us into. So I really wouldn't have had Examon if it wasn't for that whole mess that happened. And then he ended up being a major antagonist, technically. So it was fun to own one at the same time. This thing is just... look at that! You're beating the Mario coins out of him. Yeah, he's dead. This wasn't the final boss or anything. I think we've got to do a few things here. My large team of excessive guys that don't do anything. In a tiny look up animation. Oh no! The squids of destiny are migrating. Piano squids. Baldur's Gate 3. Oh boy, Squidland. Ooh. Are they just gonna fall in the hole? That is kind of impressive. That does look like a giant hole of data. I don't know if I'd call it much of an entrance. Nokia, how big do you need a hole to fucking be? Oh, he can't say anything. Whatever, go my Nautiloids. Oh, I'm moving. I didn't realize. was still a cutscene. I can't save. Yeah, fine. Have we gotten to the point of no return now? Is this it? This is probably it. Sooner or later, every game ending just becomes Mass Effect 2. Can we just punch this guy?
イグドラシルとしての機能を大部分抑え込んでいます。送り返したイーターすべてにゴミでさしものイグドラシルの演算機能も
Okay, that does kind of make sense.
オーバーフロー状態となトロイヤの木馬みてえだな。
Why did you have to say that at the same time?
いや、どちらも間違いではありません。実態はグリム童話の大きな株に違いですね。
I like the idea that
とにかく
the world could be corrupted just by feeding junk data into something in massive amounts. Oh my god, this is so JRPG finale. This is fucking Memoria. Hey there, Supreme Mr. Bean. Welcome to the end of all things. Is it SMT-like? Okay, here's another one. We still didn't heal them. I am going to fire my beams at you. Okay, he's not as hard. Oh my god, your SP is so low! Need to keep an eye on that because I need someone else to restore that so that he can have his turn. 73, good job. There we go. Okay, halfway. I wonder how many of these we have to do. Huge crystal! Yeah, no, I mean that was a huge crystal. Yeah, fair enough. What do you mean huge crystal? What is that? What was why? Love or hate the man, but when he promises huge crystal, he delivers. Okay, now you have no SP. That doesn't even do anything! Oh god, please, someone kill him. I didn't learn how to play this game for the last 70 hours and I'm not gonna learn it now. Miscellaneous beasts who just exist in the background. Okay, they didn't make a transition there really, but okay. Wait, I should use an item. Using items from the menu for the first time. Lo-fi beats to Squid Tooth. Yeah, I don't know if we'll find anyone to raid, but if we do, that's what it is. Pretty decent music in this experience, I think. There's been a few jams. A few robust jams. Come on, guys. Okay, what do you do? There's unfortunately not much to do differently in each of these fights. It's the same guy. He's got no weaknesses or resistances, so we just hit him. Although we get a different ally each time, which is kind of nice. No, no, not beams. Oh, cool! How do I get that move? It's not that I dislike Kentaro Somon, whatever he's called. It was like my personal, I want to have that guy. But I didn't realize he had like some sort of face on his chest. It's just very slightly off-putting. Oh no, huge crystal. Oh shit, that was a ton of damage. Unfortunately, it wasn't me. This is basically what you do in SMT as well, isn't it? You gather monster things into a roster and then you do this with them and then you combine them and make new ones, right? Oh my god, I don't care. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, so they didn't like take that particularly, I don't think, because they've actually, I'm not sure which one was iterating on that first. Because they've been doing that in the series for a while, but still. There's some... Oh, okay, there's another one. How many of these? How many of these must we do? It's trying to be a climactic ending, but then it's like, okay, fight the same guy 4 times. Presumably it's 4 because we have we've got 4 allies to fight with us, so... Hello! SMT was 1992, wow. Yeah, like it's not a unique idea, but we also know they are pulling from that, at least in some way, at least by this point. 1992, wow. That was like before they even had graphics. You were just getting by on skill and love of the game in those days. Alright, it's almost time we have an ad break. We don't need to use the lounge because we've actually already adopted out today's shiny. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to run ads during play, but only because we're doing something repetitive right now and we'll get it out of the way. And then you'll come back and it'll be like the actual ending. So don't worry. If we get to the end of this, I'll stop. But yeah, ads real quick. Don't worry, I'm just gonna be fighting this thing. Poke. Oh, I'm out of garbage. Again, that thing where every JRPG has like status effects, like poison and skipping turns or something, and every single one depreciates them by the end, where everything you fight is immune to them, so there's no point having them at all. Would you ever consider streaming an SMT or Persona game? I would definitely consider it. I have thought about that kind of thing. Because I think coming into SMT or Persona completely blind would be a fair novelty for people to watch. You've got to make sure to monetize, you know, your ignorance sometimes. The thing is, I wouldn't know how to actually begin. Oh, wow, a tactician USB. That's so useful in chapter 20. Yeah, so like my general approach to that would be, well, okay, I'm not sure about SMT because SMT is for like hardcore wizards. I would love to watch you play Metaphor ReFantasio. Now that I definitely was considering. I wasn't sure about a stream because it's kind of long. Mr. Bean, thank you for spilling the beans in chat to let me know the ads were over. We're just going to continue down here. Nothing new as of yet. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, this is just... Hello? This is Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 called... They want their ending back. That's the thing from Mass Effect 2. One of the best endings of all time. What are you doing? What was that other thing? What was that thing that was it something Version 5 played and we were like, hey, that's literally Mass Effect 2. I don't remember now. How long is Metaphor ReFantasio? One of my friends loved that game and I was like, hello? Question mark. Yeah, that. Right, let's just hop in here and recover and then... well, actually, while we're here, it's a good 90 hours. Oh, you meant like, you were saying positive. It's a good 90 hours. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would be a pretty long one if I did that. Alright, we're nearly there. We're nearly at the very end. Before we head in, why is the Eiffel Tower here? I don't remember any of this. Let's say a quick goodbye to the friends that helped us along the way. By which I mean the Digimon belonging to all of our pals who subscribed during the playthrough. Soul the Wizardmon, Goodry the... I don't know what this is. Guy the Betamon, Cockmon the Clockmon, Espresso the Bakamon, and Jess the Hackmon. Thank you everyone who subscribed. Soul, you just subscribed again. Would you like another Digimon made in your honor? Are you here? Is he still here? We can make another one to keep the Wizardmon friends. It's the very end. He might actually, if I did, he'd probably be deleted because I'm not gonna be able to save again. Well, we'll put that on the back burner. Yeah, Guy, the little weirdo. How many endings have you seen personally? Like, as an individual, how many times have you seen this? Because for me, it's Mass Effect 2. And also, the first Tomb Raider had, like, big half of a guy that you fight. Persona 5? Did that have a big half person? Oh, that's alright, Soul. I hope you're having a good day.
だが、相当数のイーターによって活動が抑えられ、戦闘能力は未知数だが、未知という意味では
Dragon Guard twice! Oh, the textures look so strange.
向こうはやる気みてえだぜ。
そんじゃ や兄さんを気
It's been very strange how all of these characters reacted to just becoming Digimon, you know, users. It was never considered like a really big thing. Their Digimon just kind of attached to them. Nokia did have a storyline with them, but everyone else just kind of had them, and we didn't really explore what that meant for anybody. Okay, this might be the final boss. I have been given a heal opportunity, so let's assume it is. I love big fucked up guy ending. I was thinking specifically where it's like big half-formed fucked up guy. Oh, this is not. This is just like a preamble, clearly. Remember, either shoot the right eye or the core on its chest. What are you actually referencing there? Remember that that meme that we had about Kingdom Hearts, because there was a great big boss battle and one of the characters just kept yelling the weakness of it over and over and over, like every 2 seconds, and it just didn't stop. That's Mass Effect 2 again. Okay. It's been a while. Wait, what did I do? Oh, I'm going into the squid. Okay. Squid man. It's Mickey. He got bugs in him. Yeah, Sam knows what I'm talking about. You had to listen to that repeatedly every like couple seconds. Yeah, the big fucked up guy really didn't have much to do there. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know a lot of Japanese. Barely any, in fact, but being one of the lines that plays when you enter a battle, I hear them saying "mina" over and over again, and now he's saying that quite a lot, and I'm like, I don't know what word that is, but they say it a lot in this game. You have found White Boy normal. Oh, it means everyone. Okay, cool, thank you. Oh, we yanked him out of the void? That's useful. I don't know how I've never like noticed the word in anything before, but in this game they're using it so much. I've learned it.
Yo, Yugo. 久しぶり。
お兄ちゃん、よかった。
聞いてくれ。みんな、このままじゃ、世界という世界がイーターに食い尽くされてしまう。どういうことだ？僕は確かにイーターに取り込まれ、囚われていたけど、その一部の機能として
活動を。
そうだ、可能な限り彼らに意志と呼ばれるものはない。情報を蓄え、共有し、全ての個体が一つの意識に従い、
その統合意識のネットワークを利用して君は電脳空間のそこここに仲間たちの前に何度も現れた。
イーターを端末代わりにね。でも僕の意思その
I
ものを送
wasn't
信する権限はなか
authorized to send my thoughts. So what does that mean?
せいぜいメモリを断片化してデータとして送り続けることくらいしか。
How do you get authorization for
かな
that?
り制限はあったけど、それでもなんとか目的は果たせていたんだ。イーターに取り込まれた人間の精神データも。
おいってことは
ユーゴくんがいなくなったら
侵食速度は際限なく加速して。
されどそれこそが進化への条件。
He didn't have two-factor authentication.
どんな小さな世界も滅ぶことなど許しません。どんな小さな悲しみもそんな新しい世界の秩序そのものにはユーゴくん、君はもう十分に苦しみいやー、ユーゴくんを助け出してくれてありがとう。これは君にしか、君の能力でしか成し得なかったこと。君はしかし驚くなかれ、新世界ではそのような奇跡があまねく存在に。
What is he talking about? I don't get it. Is the old guy part of the good guys or is he evil? He was partnered with one of the villains and then he kind of like pretended he wasn't and kept going on missions alongside us, which seemed to be like to get us to drop our guard. And then he disappeared and then he came back and said, look, I'm the only way to accomplish the goal that you need to do right now, so you have to work with me. And we were like, yeah, okay. And now he like got us to the end, but only because he wants something that we don't want, and he had to get himself in here, and we were furthering his goals by doing our own. I think he's just a shithead. No, I don't think we should do that.
そしてイグドラシルの万能心がごとき演算機能とそれらを私の意志のもと刺激し新世界を創造。
JRPG villains that are obsessed with destroying the old world and creating a new one are like the most boring thing imaginable. And this is like a slightly older game, so I will give a little bit of grace on that front, but genuinely, that's not a real motivation, guys. You can't assign any morality to, I want to make a new universe. That doesn't really mean anything. Oh, mark off ham-fisted religious iconography. Cool. I think that there can be no more Digimon-like ending than how it went in the movie, where they were in a cyberspace like this, and they have an insurmountable enemy, and the way they beat it was by getting every person in the world to send it emails at the same time to use up all its bandwidth so that it moved so slow they were able to kill it. That's probably the best villain destruction plan that's ever been written.
スエドンを引きずり出せませんか。ああ、なるほど。
It really is just Persona 5, is it?
やめておいた方がいい。もともと不安定だったあなたの判で。
I don't know, it wasn't Persona 5 like, I want to make a new universe but for an actual purpose, you know? It wasn't like, we have to get rid of the old one and make a new one because I'm bored. There was a morality attached to that because the creation of a new universe had a purpose behind it. I wouldn't consider that the same thing.
接触しただけでデータがバグ化。
Like, I don't really know what this guy
そ
wants.
れも
Oh, fight staging. Oh, okay.
だよね。君
Sorry, there's only like one thing I know about Persona 5.
っていうか5人で帰るって約束したし。
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me about it. Tell me about it in our chat.
そうですね。失敗とかそういうの
I hate failure.
苦手なんで。
It's gritty and gets everywhere.
どうよユーゴ、この女子力のかけらもねえのに。
ああ、なんだろう。
わかるぜ。さすが親友。お前の神経がまともで俺。
That would be more touching if it made sense.
これでようやく世界を再構築できる。歪んだものや醜いもの、悲しいものを
Like, okay, what we could relate this to some sort of self-dissatisfaction. Like, this is a fairly ugly guy. Maybe he's like, oh, the new world won't have horrible things in it, like me. And then you could be like, no, your sense of self-worth shouldn't dictate the future of all humanity. We have to fix that. And then we'd have a reason to do it.
彼の言う進化を世界私の役目としてはだが君たちはどう
スエドを止めな。
狂言者の作り上げた世界で生きるなんて
Yeah, maybe let's not do that.
やってやろうぜ。
I like that it seems to have some kind of horrible uterus situation, does it?
そうそうなん
Wait, let me see it again. Guys, get out the way.
だそうだ。では君はどうする？
Is this really not just a kind of foregone conclusion? Oh, okay, that music stopped.
人間の子らよ、己が意志に従え。
絶対に諦めないから
Okay, it's the hands and that, like, nubbin. We're fighting its hands and its belly button. Visually, I wouldn't say that resembles like a womb situation, but the way that it's moving and twisting like that is what having a womb feels like, so I'm gonna give you that. It's fire type. What do I want to hit? Arms or the... Okay, maybe arms. Hit everything. Hit everything. No. Middle one. Punch his codpiece. Okay. Yay! Hell yes, please do that all the time. This can put you to sleep, which would be very, very funny. No. No, you can't do that now. Ow! Oh, that's right, he can knock different Digimon into the fray. I think that's very funny, and I'm just going to use whatever I have.
どんどんつなげて
I do remember the guide I'm using did say, perhaps deposit the ones that you aren't using so that doesn't happen. And I didn't do that. This music is pretty good. Okay, what do you know? Not much. Codpiece dead. I love that animation. He's just like thumbs up. Yeah. Yeah, I did it. Woo.
わかるぞイータ弱っているな
I love that there's a cottage industry of choirs who just go ah ah over JRPG boss fights. Yeah.
仲間たちがいる
You killed his damn Pinos.
お前を止められる今だみんな
I heard that. He said everyone again. Okay, now we're fighting his top half. Oh no, we were bugged! I haven't seen that status effect before and I don't know what it does. Ow. Okay, which of you fuckers had, oh god, who was it? Can I look? Oh, I can look at their stats. Basic stack reductions. One of you idiots had a status restore move. Who was it? Why is Yugo flying? I mean, they're in space and also digital. I'm not gonna complain about that. This is lifted directly from SMT, which I find hilarious. This is just the boss from DDS. It might as well be. I'm sure it is. I swear to God, one of you had something. Didn't I see that on somebody? I've got basic stat reduction. Didn't somebody have a move that restored? I guess not. I've got revive. Oh, no, he does. Okay. That's what I was looking for. I don't know what bug is, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Dianamon is so cute. Apparently, you had to do some kind of extra bullshit to even get hold of her, and I didn't realize that. Maybe I think they took it out for whichever version of the release this is. You go open the console and type no clip. Exactly. I'm pretty sure that is what they're doing. This is a digital space, and we are kind of trying to hack into it in some form. Ow. Oh no, not Awesome Quake 3. Okay, who are we? Oh, it's purple. I don't know what purple means. I hope when this boss dies there's Digimon ragdoll sounds. Okay. This thing. I don't even know what bug does. Well, it's gone now. Oh, these are all different. Okay. Nice. You could have killed it, but nice. Hashtag my bug. No, not my guy. Thanks, Omnimon. That did so much. He's doing a lot of things all the time. Okay, can I or can I not actually kill the things on each side? Because that thing doesn't seem to be dying. Oh my god, you have no SP again. This bug is awful. No, hang on. You haven't got any SP anyway. Bring you in. Team effort. It's just like, I'll shoot a missile at this dog. I like that one. It's just like, stop! Okay, we didn't get insta-killed. Thank you! Which one is the hydrogen bomb and which one is the coughing baby? I love when it hits the allies and they get hurt for like 15 billion HP that I don't have. Oh, it's got the main theme in there too. Neat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Was that supposed to happen? Yeah, where have you been? Joke, I'm fine. Yeah, no, let's just go for the middle one. When games do that with the OST, I do scream and clap, I will say. It's a classic. It's always good. My freak! Stop her! The end. Okay, I do know that word actually.
まだスエドウがいます。
とりあえずここに閉じ込めちまうか。
I know that word from Digimon. The first Digimon world had you yell that when you found an item.
確かに。
それじゃあロイヤルナイツや他のデジモンたちにも手伝ってもらおうよ。
だな。この巨体を俺たちだけでなんとかするなんざ。おい！
まさか。
バカ、やめろって。
You called me a baka. I know that word too.
アルファも止めてください。
行け、サイバースルース。
あいつ。
嘘。
あの子の決断がもたらす結果を見届けよう。
Wait, let's see how this pans out. Let her cook. She might die. No, I don't see how that. What she's got going on right now. Why am I in here?
おやおや、私まで助け出しに来たんですか？私の忠告を無視して。 そんな惨めな姿になってまで、まさに骨折り損ですね。私はマザーイーターと完全に同化しています。新くんや優子さん、優吾くんとは違う。無駄ですよ。私は見つからない。それにヨシンバは見つかったとしても、すべての世界から悲しみが消えないというのなら戻りたくありません。このまま消えます。
We need some kind of, we need to cancel anyone writing any villain that says this. It needs to stop until we can figure out what's going on here.
なぜ君たちが不幸のはびこる世界を選ぶのか。
Who decided that the villain motivation was like, I'm going to destroy the world, but only because it's so bad and awful and sad, and we need a new one that doesn't have sad in
お
it.
かしいですよ。私を助け出したところで何が変わるというのです。私の問いに。
Okay.
それは君のエゴでしかありませんよ。
Yeah, so what?
恐ろしいですね。イグドラシルの演算処理能力をもってしても。いや、そうですか。ピンときました。神は才を投げない。
Sorry, I just had like a huge flashback. One of the first games I ever played had like a, they made up fictional quotes from scientific treatises and then they'd read them to you, and one of them was, not only does God play dice, the dice are loaded. And I always thought that was kind of good.
才そのものだったのです。なるほど。このようにして多次元宇宙が生じ、時間軸は無数。
Why are we talking about multiverses?
揺らぎと定義されて
We
いた
didn't even
ものは
really get to see the digital
理解
world.
したそう認識する単一時点でいや、待ってください。待ってください。待ってください。
I do like his speech cadence though. It feels quite creative.
君にここで消えてもらっては困ります。
I like how there's a tiny me floating in the background there.
君は
Hey,
私の新理論を証明する名付けて才を投げる神の投げる才を作る
no, you need to shut up
この理
now.
論を証明するために存在があまりにも特異的、いやイーターにおいては本来の役割にも私たちが作り出した電脳世界に影響。
But why did any of that
彼らは
happen?
人間世界やデジタルワールドを含むいわば触れられない、触れてはその高次元で我々には
Like, what is this about? Is this a
大いなる意志、
is this a dug too deep metaphor?
と呼ばれるような壮大で
We shouldn't have tried
システム
to
の一部に組み込まれている。
challenge God's authority by creating worlds of our own, and doing so unleashed unforeseen evils upon people in all universes? Is that
それが
the
我々
metaphor?
の次元において我々の情報に触れた後の顛末はこのような作用が偶然イグドラシルに問いかけて彼の彼女かもしれません。
I'm trying to figure out what the storyline is like leading to, and this guy's just going on a tangent and then saying, I don't know if he even has a gender.
正確にはまだ演算しきれていない状態
That's the real
で
important
回答は
question
得られ
here.
ませんでした。ともあれ、イグドラシルに協力を要請して私と接続しているイーターをすべて彼らを各次元から消し去ることはできませんし、
If it was a villain who wanted to tear down the existing universe of, you know, unfulfilled dreams and hardships and replace it with a different universe where there was no such thing as gender. That would be okay. That would be a fun iteration on this. Isn't 1 in 8,192 the base chance of finding a shiny Pokemon?
安心してください。私の計算ではそれが起こる頃には君たちの宇宙はなので君たちは好きだよ。
What are you talking about?
君に選択権は与えませんよ。ではごきげんよう。気が向いたならば。
Girl, what is bro saying? What happened? I could write a review for this that encapsulated my experience, my thoughts, the things I thought were good and the things that I wasn't so impressed by. Or I could just post a review that just says, what?
お前な、帰ってこられなかったらどうするつもりだったんですか？
でも無事でよかった。
で、スウェードは？
いない。
なんだよそれ。
イグドラシルが機能を取り戻し、
おいおい、ここにいたらやばいんじゃねえの？
外に出た方が。
妥当な判断だ。
よし、移動しよう。
Am I dying? Was I dying? Was something happened to me? Was I dying? I'm not quite sure.
懐かしいな。
I was traumatized here.
時に見たデジタルワールドだ。綺麗。
あれは
イーターのネットワーク内に保護されていた。
あれ
ああ、イグドラ。
それってエデン症候群が
治るとは少しいいおことにする。君たち人間が奇跡と呼ぶ。
よくわかん。
I have digital died badly.
よかった。
なんだ？
なにこれ超可愛いんですけど。
Girl, it's a fucking ball of light. What?
その球体がイーターの本来の姿だ。そうやってデータからデータへ移りながらスキャンし、情報を高次元のどこかへ送信
What do
し
you
ている。
mean?
目的は定かではないが、
What are you talking
オー
about?
ブやセントエルモの火、UFO の正体とされている発光
What?
高密度のデジタルウェーブ下で一時的に可視化した
Okay,
イーター
so
なのではないか。
all weird phenomena that we've ever seen that we couldn't explain were one of these balls of light that goes around scanning
プ
things.
ラズマ現象などとされているが、情報を伝播する人工では到底制作不可能な
Mystery circle form, activate!
彼らのネットワークで使用。
Why? What does it mean?
すまない。クレミ京子との別れの時
I just wanted to feel the rush of giving an info dump one last time! Are you kidding me?
いや、それとも
God, I forgot that was Kyo, whatever. What was her name?
デジタルワールドを完全に復旧させるには。
結局バグ扱いかよ。
Not bugs. sorry, that was one too many things. That was just too many things. What do you Yeah, okay, so I know you said that, Wasman, but I kind of refute that. That wasn't where the plot was going. The plot was pretty simply shit's gonna destroy the world and then we have to stop it. These minute explanations that don't add anything are the things that don't make sense, and that's not plot. I guess it's the world building itself that isn't interested in doing anything, and they just keep coming out with these insane one-liners.
イグドラシルはデジタルワールドを僕たちが訪れる前の状態に8年前より以前
Like, okay, they were gonna explain what an eater is, and then they said, whenever you've seen, like, weird phenomena, floating lights, UFOs, that was one of these guys. Well, okay, but what was it? Goodbye!
かもしれないそんなのけどもしそうなんとか
What do you mean everyone has to forget everything? Why?
っていうかなんとかする
さて、そろそろ時間のよう。開かれた扉はさらばだ。世界はあるべき
This
姿に戻る。
iteration of how the digital world functions
混沌たる世界
and how it's accessed and what happens in the interplay between it and the real world is both the most depressing and the most disappointing version of it, because the whole point is that it's an adventure you get to have and the interesting stuff happens. It's not like, oh, you have to separate forever and you can't interact with it,
それが
or you get weird shit and now everyone has to go back to where they came from.
願わくば
How boring.
君たちの子らと我ら
Yeah, what about our cyber
新たな友
body?
となる日の訪れんことを。これで
I already did like 100 hours in either Dawn or Dusk. I'm not doing that again. Was it the Paris again? Yeah, but there was Paris. He's gone. She's gone now.
ありがとうさようなら
またいつか絶対
Where are my Digimon? Show me leaving them behind. Hey, there's one of the guys I fought 5 of. Everyone hold hands. If they're digital, why can't we send them emails? That was a plot point in the first movie. The way they beat the final boss in the movie was that they could never catch up to him or hit him with attacks because he was literally too strong. And then every single person in the entire world sent emails to the boss at the same time and ruined his bandwidth so he couldn't move. It was the most fun thing that's ever happened.
みんな
And it really utilized the fact that it was happening in a digital space that connected, like, in the internet. I like how they're all going back and we're just, like, saying bye on the way past.
そうなったら寂しく
Collides with a fucking whale on my metaphysical journey home and falls out of the sky.
お兄ちゃん
大丈夫だよ優子
It's okay, my cyber form is returning to my physical body.
8年ぶりの生身の体か
安心しな
Okay, genuinely, I do feel invested in that we were able to rescue Yugo's consciousness and get him to wake up. That is a perfectly fine part of the story, and I'm glad that it worked.
やりきれたな俺たち
帰りましょう私たちの世界
What I say when I log off? No, go, no, move out of the way. I'm going with Arata. Go, get out of the way. In fact, I can't go with you. I need to disappear and go back to my body. So fuck off. Yeah, he has to go through a port into his hospital bed, as do I. You guys know I'm in hospital. Unless I'm going backwards. And then it was normal. Soup cafe. Can I see beverage one last time? Oh no, my thing I never used. Holy shit. Did she die?
1週間が経ちました。東京はまるで何事もなかったかのように、今日も
beverage! Here's a beverage! There's beverage! Beverage!
本当に何もなかったのかもしれません。私たちだけの記憶。それはみんなにとってないものと同じなんだと思います。
Oh god.
自称ひよたの新くんが言うには、分岐していた時間軸が合流したのだそうです。いろいろ説明してくれましたが、半分寝ながら聞いていたので、ぶっちゃけよくわかってません。でも要するに私たちの過ごした8年間がまるっと変わってしまった。そのほとんどがなかったことになってしまったのです。
So did I die or what?
私たちにとって新しい東京です。例えば上白悟、ゆうこっちのお父さん、なんと普通に言います。これには本当にびっくりしました。
What?
上白エンタープライズの社長としてバリバリエデンとか運営しちゃってます。
I thought he was
こ
dead.
っちはまだ戸惑っていますが、そのうちお父さんに甘えまくればいいと思います。数年分手加減なしで思いっきり。
I can't remember. Wasn't he
シベ
dead?
リエもいたりします。社長秘書だそうです。さらに社長と熱愛中だそうです。近い将来、ゆうこっちの
But we don't know who that is. We only knew her as some insane woman possessed by the spirit of retribution. How are we supposed to feel anything about that?
8年前に恐ろしいテロ事件が起きて、その事件に巻き込まれた被害者が昏睡状態で眠り続けていたことになっています。
We don't like her. We can't possibly like
一
her.
斉に意識を回復したそうです。ちなみにゆうごくんもそのうちの一人ということで目覚めました。今リハビリに励んでいます。私もお手伝いしてます。回復した理由とか当然みんな知りません。今のところ神様の奇跡説と宇宙人の干渉説が有力だそうです。例えばデジモン、あの子たちに関しては何とも言えません。いるといえばいるし、いないといえばいないみたいな。デジモンキャプチャーはもう存在しないんだけど、デジバイスで超流行ってるアプリにデジタルモンスターってのがあって、育成ゲーなんだけどこれが結構ハマっちゃう感じで、そのアプリにアグモンとかガブモンが登場しちゃってるから、驚きというか桃の木というかなんというか、これってどういうこと？わけわかんないんですけどみたいな感じで、もうお手上げです。いわゆる頭パーンです。でも君ならわかるかもしれません。そう、私たちの記憶と変わらない現実があります。新しい東京にはスウェドウ明美はいません。あの人は生まれていないことになっているようです。なんだか少し胸がキュッとしますが。
Okay, so
これでよかったんだと
they did in fact change the past so that all the stuff that went wrong did not in fact happen.
でもクレミ探偵事務所はありました。京子さんがいた痕跡もありました。京子さんはいるのでしょうか。私たちには見つけられないだけ。きっとそうなんだと思います。京子さんを見つけられるのは名探偵の君だけ。きっと絶対そうなんです。だからお願い。
No, I don't wanna. Question mark. Yay! I wanted to see you go in the real world. I honestly did. Yeah, okay, there's only one thing worse than not having the world just kind of run on, I don't know, we're making up random bullshit. There's only one thing worse than doing that. The cardinal sin is doing that and then having your characters go, wow, that made no sense. Weird, huh?
おい、しけた顔してんなよな。らしくねえっての。てか、本当は俺だってそんな顔がしてんだよ。
分かってる。ねえ、お願い。
心配すんな。医者の話じゃ体はピンピンしてるらしいしよ。ほら、こいつアホだから。エデンのどっかで幽霊やって浮かれてる。
So if they've changed reality, they changed it so that people don't exist anymore, and none of the stuff that went wrong ever happened. So Eden was never created, right?
どっかの誰かさんみたいに。
Don't make jokes about how he was lost in the ether for 8 years.
あれはイーターに囚われていた兄さんの潜在意識。
I still don't understand what that was about. Why was there a separate version of him that kind of just manifested on its own, and why did we get rid of it?
それにそもそもの原因は
Also, was it just me or was the text there weirdly uncentered?
と言いますか。いつ兄さんが浮かれていました？
うわ、マジレス来たよ。
You can't be saying that, white boy. Sorry, he's not white.
ま、そっか。自称ひよたの新田くんの言うと。
Why are we calling him that every time?
ノキアさんまで。
It's like in every single scene these characters have together, one of them, usually Nokia, has to suddenly abandon all pretense of empathy and social anything and just act like a complete moron who hates everybody. We want to know how I got these emails. Shut up.
何にもしないでくよくよしてたら。ノキアさん。幽霊やってたらさ、もうエデン中探せば。あれ？私今電脳探偵っぽくない？そんじゃ聞き込み開始。ついてきなさい。
Come with me, assistant boy.
はあ？助手？
Why would anyone be friends with her?
しゃあねえ。付き合ってやるが。けどな、はっきり言っとく。俺が電脳探偵で。
She's genuinely just unacceptable.
譲れねえって。おい、聞けよ。
よう
Hello.
やくお目覚めのようだな。一向に反応がなくてね。さすがに諦めようかと思っていたところだ。私の声が聞こえているかい？この状況に関して君の反電脳体は無理なコネクトジャンプを敢行した結果、君が君であるためのデータを無産させてしまった。どんな気分だい？
Am I a Digimon now?
言わずもがなか。私もな。数世紀ぶりにイグドラシルの意志を受け動いてみれば随分無茶をする助手も。だがありがとう。この言葉を君に伝えておきたくてね。ん？君はこれからどうなるのか？ 先に伝えた通り、その状態で半永久的にこの空間をさまようか、もしくはそうだな、私の仕事はこれから忙しくなる。イーターはイグドラシルによって初期化され、だがその正体イグドラシルですら検知できない高次元にそれをどうにかして確かめるつもりだ。どうだい？馴染み深い内容の仕事だろう。一緒に来て私の助手として働く気はないかな。
Alphamon is gonna just turn up in the digital world and there's gonna be like a glow that follows her and then it's gonna just turn into one of those digital eggs and she's gonna be like, that's my assistant, and that's the end.
冗談さ。そこまで真剣に悩まないでくれたまえ。
Stop saying this.
君の困った様子が見たくなってしまった。
Fuck you.
君たちの取ったあらゆる行動が理解できる。仲間を救いたい。
You ever take a job so bad you transmogrify into an egg?
見たまえ。
Oh shit, it's the guys I had on my team by accident. God, is that you?
いいかい？私が影響を受けたように、君の仲間となったデジモンたちも、君はほとんどデジタル生命体のような存在だったから、証拠はこのデジモンたちの中に刻む。
I didn't even want to have Dragomon with me. He's ugly as hell.
絆、思い出、それらをすべて集め、精神で前代未聞。
That doesn't make any sense.
私からもわずかながら君のデータを提供しよう。一つだけ心残りがあるとしたら、君に私のコーヒー。
Ha 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 ha! It was so funny every time you made coffee. Ha ha ha.
さあ、君の未来は。
What? Why did it just say, oh great, unto the people who did the Eater design? Okay, if that was like a subcontracted thing, I will admit that they did look cool, and all the Eater effects and swirly textures were pretty good. Did you like this game at all? I wouldn't say I liked it. There were certain things that weren't bad, and I can list them. The visuals were good, the Digimon models were enjoyable, and they made you like them, and the environments all looked between really good and definitely memorable. Fuck that character. Some of the music was a good bop, and I liked that. Aside from the actual, like, environment look, the environment concept design sometimes was very good. The dark sunset skies when we were supposed to think the world was ending. That one boss arena with the giant train thing looming over you. The ideas behind those were also, I think, worthy of praise. Two aspects of the story. One being the idea of rescuing someone's brother whose consciousness got accidentally trapped in cyberspace and was left there in a coma for 8 years, and then we managed to get him back out. I liked that aspect. The idea of Arasa in general being a guy who seemed kind of standoffish and cool, and then turns out to have kind of a complex and doesn't think that he can help everybody, and then turns evil a little bit and then comes back from that. Not the most original thing in the world, but I liked that about his role in it, I guess. Everything else was kind of like bad. Sorry, hey Blockhead. Hi. Thank you. I have just completed the game, and instead of leaving us to wonder what happened, they have in fact confirmed that I returned to my body, and I'm being hounded by ridiculous rock musicians. Yeah, I would thought that was mayonnaise as well for a second. Oh, is this the real Kyoko? So she really does just choose to dress like that. Girl, it's been like 8 years. Drinking mayonnaise, huh? Mind if I join you? Okay, I didn't want this. I didn't want to see Kyoko again. I don't care. I wanted to see my mother return from her trip, and for me to, you know, reconnect with my mum, maybe coming off of the airplane. Because that was a whole, like, thread going on in the background of the chat system. Yeah, if I'd been able to put mayonnaise in her coffee, just as the ending, that would be good. Okay. Did you like Beverage? I loved Beverage. It was the best thing in the game. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, we get one more point in the good column, and it's that fucking screen. Oh my god. What do you get in New Game Plus? Do you actually get anything? I'll just make a new slot for the clear one. You keep all your shit. Okay, and we're back to the menu screen. Okay, wow. What can I say about this game? It's not good. There are individual aspects that I did enjoy in some fashion, and yeah, penis music. I have to listen to it every time I was waiting for your stream to start. That font doesn't register as words. It is kind of strange like that, isn't it? Yeah, I see what you mean. I've only just realized after hours of playing this game, after sitting on this screen while I let the stream kick up and you know, wait for it to begin, the press any button isn't correctly capitalized. Oh my god, okay. The things that detract from this game are, unfortunately, you can't overlook them. And I'll write like a Steam review to sum up all the shit that I could say, but it wasn't good. The plot was completely nonsensical and had barely anything to do with the IP it was based on. It could have been any kind of, you know, we're going into the internet and fucking around. It could have been anything. It felt like it was a different storyline in a different game that was half made and then got adopted into the IP for Digimon, and then they had to retrofit it in there. There was a very small, like, grasp of a thread of something that was like, that seemed really interesting. The bit where you found out about the history of the building that you work out of, and you found out this whole back thing about how they excavated a site and it kept flooding and it was unlucky, and then they didn't even have blueprints to build it, which actually was almost like an attempt to explain why it was so difficult to navigate, as if that was on purpose. And I thought that was going to go somewhere. I thought that would lead into something about how the literal place that you work in had some sort of way to tap into the, I don't know. There were ley lines as part of the plot for some reason. They kept on leaning into paranormal activities, stuff to do with ghosts, real ghosts, that has nothing to do with Digimon, which is, again, that seems like part of the game that they may have been making to begin with that they then changed into this. There was no aspect of the digital world being part of the game that you got to play. It just kind of existed. The main antagonists were the Eaters, who seemed to come into existence because of because we breached the digital environment in some way and caused a horrible doom to fall upon the world. It didn't explain what they were or why they were there, and honestly, it's my philosophy that when you're writing a story, there has to be some kind of antagonistic force, and the strength of the story relies on how well you integrate the antagonistic force. That meaning, if you have an antagonist, a character who is your antagonistic force, the reasoning they have for doing what they do is the strength of your story. That's how good it is, and the best stories have villains who genuinely believe they're doing something that they genuinely believe in doing it. That's all they have to do. And not they believe in doing it because they think that creating a new universe devoid of all negative feelings will fix the world. That's nothing. That doesn't overlay with any kind of real world stuff, something that you could explain. Nobody thinks that, nobody believes in that, and it doesn't connect to anything. And yet people keep doing it. And also, okay, they're fucking alien space energy beings. Whatever. That also doesn't mean anything. The characters were all really bland, and they changed their personalities according to whatever joke they wanted to make in a scene. None of which were funny. I liked Arata and I liked Yugo. I will say that. As is, I feel typical. Male characters tend to be better written than female ones because people aren't interested in writing good female characters. They're just there to have most of their clothes off, which is indeed what happened in this game. This game was bafflingly sexist for a game that is aimed at children, and had a lot of really off-the-wall plot points that seemed kind of over its head as children's media. If it is in fact not children's media and it's meant for an older age group who had Digimon as a nostalgia-like aspect, the plot was still too nonsensical for that to work, you know. So yeah, it was just really baffling. I'm just looking something up. If I can do this before ads kick in. Right. Glad to hear you enjoyed the game. I'm calling this my search for a good Digimon game. I am on a... this is my sleuthing. I need to find out if there is in existence any good Digimon game. And so far, no. I've played Digimon World 2003, Digimon World, the newer one, the remake, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, and Digimon World Dawn and Dusk at some point years ago. And none of them were good. Digimon World was probably the best one of all, but that's because I remember it as a kid, and it was a bad, slow game, but it kept you entertained, and it didn't try and explain anything. Hello, Renotron77 Oi. Nice to see another Tron around. There's one thing I want to touch on just before we go. I don't have anything more to play. I thought maybe I could, like, start Hacker's Memory, but honestly, I'm pretty wiped out after all of those scenes. So I think we should just roll on and call it a day. I am not going to be streaming Hacker's Memory, unfortunately. I'm sorry if people hoped for it, but this game has lasted for long enough. I will be coming back on Friday to start a different game called The Sexy Brutale, and we're going to see how that goes. And it's like 7 hours long, so I just thought we'd have a change of pace. There's one thing I wanted to just look at real quick, if I can find the right buttons. If I just swap over here. So I wanted to praise one additional thing before we go. I liked Arata's voiceover a lot during his character arc. He conveyed so much empathy, and he really sounded, you know, like he was going through some stuff. It didn't sound overdone or anything. I didn't even understand the words he was saying because I don't speak Japanese, but I still really felt like he was acting the hell out of it. So I looked him up, and I wanted to just say, Daisuke Kishio did a really good job. I liked your acting in this game. You did really well. So I looked this up before, actually. In case you guys don't know, because I've only streamed it like once, I also play a gacha game named Wuthering Waves, and I'm not going to say that is a good game either. It is often quite slow and confusing and relies on, a lot like this game, just making stuff up that doesn't really connect to anything very much. It's not my style of writing because I like really logical cause and effect and really solid themes and stuff like that. Yeah, hey, look, Jiren over here. Everyone wants to know who voiced him. The reason I play Wuthering Waves, despite not really being into it, it's also heavily based on Cheesecake for Men. So yeah, it's not aimed at me at all, but I'm playing it because one of my favorite voice actors of all time is one of the obtainable playable characters. And I started playing it the day that character was released. And I'm bringing this up because I just thought it was incredibly coincidental. The name of the character I'm playing Wuthering Waves for, and have been for nearly a year now. Oh, Rover is from Wuthering Waves. The name of that actor is Huey O'Grady. And he plays Brant. The character Brant. So I looked this guy up and I was like, you know, Daisuke, you did a great job. I wonder if he did anything else I'm familiar with in the original versions. He's fucking Brant. This guy is the equivalent of the reason I'm playing a gacha game. Like, okay? So that was just like a massive coincidence that I happened to notice. This guy is like the Japanese equivalent of an actor that I think is really good. So yeah, really good in this game, really good as a character that I already liked, apparently. I just thought that was funny. So yeah, that was Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Before I go, does anyone have anything to say about Hacker's Memory to convince me to play it? I may play it, but I don't think I'm up to streaming this anymore. I could have been convinced, like I could play additional stuff depending on how well the original game comes off, like when we did Outer Wilds and everyone said you've got to play the DLC. Outer Wilds was way too good to not do that. It's a video game, okay. Expectations accordingly lowered. Thank you. Okay, well then, I think it's time to raid out, and the only person I know of that is currently streaming is Hesper, the cute fantasy fairy. So I will send you guys in to see Hesper. Everyone tell her hello from me, and please use our raid message, Lo-Fi Beats to Squid2. And before I go, there was one other thing I wanted to say, which was, do you remember a couple of streams ago, I was kind of out of it because I hadn't been feeling well, and I tried to explain what the audience and author contract concept was, and I just wanted to say, I did remember what it was. It's not to do with suspension of disbelief, and it's not to do with whether you, yeah, I kind of got confused about it. The whole thing about it is that you have to bring people into your fiction, and you have an agreement with them that you are going to do your best to provide them something that they can get invested in, because any kind of fiction involves becoming emotionally invested, and what you don't want is to read a novel where the author got bored and at the end said, oh, it was just all a dream. That's what the contract is. It's that you trust that the author is not going to suddenly just give up and not continue to write the thing. It's like that. It's an investment thing. It's like, we're both invested in this and you can trust me to guide you through it. So like, that's what I was trying to get at. Just to point out, I was explaining it badly because I couldn't think. Anyway, my brain's come back. let's get raiding into Hesper, and there's my goodbye. And we don't have to play Digimon anymore until maybe the next one. Maybe I'll come back and I will try Digimon Story Time Stranger and see if that has improved any, if they've gotten any better. I mean, I think they would have had to got better at it, because my god, what was this? What happened? Anyway, thank you so much everyone for coming to the stream. I will see you if you want to come back on Friday. For now, good night.